tapered rear axle shafts were used by Ford, Chrysler, Willys, Studebaker, and other manufacturers. Tapered axle shafts mean that the hub and drum assembly need to be removed periodically to service the vehicle. Most damage to these threads is from abuse by a hub puller during brake and other axle service work. The conventional pullers place high loads on the axle shaft end, including brute force from hammering on the puller stem to shock the tapered hub into releasing from the axle shaft. Even a shaft with reasonable thread nose stamina will yield under this kind of force, causing thread or cotter pin hole distortion or fractures. This can be avoided. By design, this shaft has no nose protection. The threads in the cotter pin hole were even more vulnerable. Fortunately, the damage is confined to the cotter pin area and the outer portion of the threads. This is induction or case-hardened material, and simply trying to restore the shape of a mushroomed hole will not work. Fractures will result. All of this kind of damage can be easily avoided. Here is a solution, a simple tool. The internal threads match the threads on these axle shafts. The lug nut has a forward shoulder that is squarely machined to match the shoulder of the tapered axle. Do not overheat this tool when grinding or cutting the outside edge. This is hardened steel and must remain hard to be a functional tool. Wear goggles or a face mask and use gloves when grinding this hard steel. By design, this tool places the press load against the shoulder of the axle shaft and not the threads. The threads merely align the tool and keep it in alignment. Two important additional functions of the tool are to set the location of the key in the keyway, and also, when threaded onto the threads before removing the hub, this tool will prevent the hub and key from causing damage to the threads. The key can be held in place. When the hub is removed, the key will not move outward and gouge the threads. Aligning a square key in a keyway is a critical job. Be certain to follow the OEM guidelines for locating the key in the keyway. The key must support the hub properly. If not, the hub can become damaged, and so can the keyway. If necessary, the square end of the tool can be drilled with an index for the hub puller stem. The index should match the tapered point on the stem. Always follow OEM guidelines when servicing axles, bearings, or brakes.